very long time. So if you're on a replay, thank you. This is on YouTube. You watch the comments, thank you, or watching the stream. I don't even know how to broadcast anymore. So I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to come in live and before I announce. But let me just. This is kind of a pre-broadcast. We got 10, 15 minutes before I actually can start cooking. But I got my daughter Zoe. She's gonna help us. And so if you hear some barking, that's my dogs. They're kind of excited right now. And I'm just going to figure out, I haven't been on Haps in a while. So, but anyways, we're going to make something that I never made before, at least in, hey Scott, good to see you too. Hey Shirley, how are you? Good to see you. You want to say hi, Zoe? Hi. This is my daughter Zoe. That's her hand. So we're going to make abalone soup using kombu. The scope is still alive. Hey Don, it's still alive. So we're gonna make. I'll just show you for those of you that are here early. So I got some abalone. It's called top shell. We call it abalone. So I drained. I have two of these, and I also have some. We call it kombu, and it's actually kelp. So it comes in a package. Hey Peter, good to see you, brother. It comes in a package and it's dried. This is a product, I think, of Japan. Most of our kombu comes from Japan, I think. Yeah, I think this is from Japan. Good to see you, brother Pete. Brother Peter. So, what you got to do is you got to soak it. I soaked it probably for a good hour, hour and a half, and I'll show you. We're gonna drain it. I'm gonna have Zoe help me in the kitchen. So, I can't see it, but can you go ahead and drain this? I'm gonna show them. So my daughter's gonna drain it, and then I'm also gonna use. I'm gonna get some dried shrimp. There's a lot more shrimp, but I was eating it all day, so it didn't quite work out. Did it spoon to this thing? That's why I told you to get a big one. Rinse it out now. So I ate a lot of this. You know the trick to rice cooker is you don't measure. You put maybe if you're gonna eat 4 cups of rice, but you use your finger uh, as a measuring point. Any guy from Hawaii or if you're Chinese person or Asian, you know that you don't measure cup to cup. At least I don't.
5 cups is up to here.
Yeah, so you use the first line in your finger. It's been a very long time. We moved, so um, we are out of Kailua, which I kind of miss it, but I don't. So we moved off campus. So if you guys don't know who I am and what I do, let me do the introduction. Holy smokes, it's been a while. So my wife and I were pastors of a church here in Hawaii, and we also have a Hope Center, which we opened in September of 2019. And when we opened the Hope Center, which is a drug and alcohol rehab program, we were pastoring church around the same time. And so when we opened the Hope Center, we lived on campus. So we had a 1.5 acre property that we lived on. We lived in the back, our church was in the front, to the right, and we had a Hope Center on the left. So it made it a challenge in several ways as far as being separated. When I went home, was I home or was I working? So you see how that worked. So we moved, and anyways, it's been a blessing. So anyways, I don't know why I went that far out, but why did I talk about that? I was probably installing time. So my daughter drained the liquid from the kombu or the kelp, and so this is what it looks like. So this is the dried. Hey, yeah, you see. So this is the dried version. So you hear it. It's kind of hard and colorless. And then once you soak it in water, hey Nan, this is what it looks like. Give me a paper towel. This is what it looks like. It's green. It's a little bit on the slimy side. It's from just the texture. It's kind of like it's almost mucusy. So if you want to, I kind of scrubbed it, but I rinsed it a couple of times. So it kind of has its own gelatinous type producing qualities. I think that's what you would describe it as. You can see that. So we're gonna. No, I'm right on the mountain, bro. I'm right on Liliha. We have a 4 bedroom. We found a 4 bedroom home, right off Liliha. We're blessed. So I'll leave it at that. And when you come back, we'll barbecue. we got a yard in the back. We got our dogs. So our dogs live with us on the second. So it's a 2-story property, but we have our dogs. They sleep on the patio on the second floor. So and so if it rains really bad, we'll put them in a garage. But anyways, yeah. So we're not on the east side anymore. So we're gonna come back to this. Okay. So we're gonna make abalone soup, and so we drained the liquid. So there's a lot of liquid in here, and what I did was I saved the liquid. I saved some because we may use it. So the first thing we're gonna do is cut the aromatics, and we're gonna cut the shrimp, the dried shrimp. I had to try some. So if you've never seen abalone, this is what it looks like when they actually cook it, put it in a can. This is actually from Mexico. She is. She's a major help. So. Hmm?
You want me to film you cutting it?
No, I think you can. We're gonna move the combo. I think you guys can see if I move over this way. Oh yeah, my daughter can help. So we're gonna. If there's any questions, just let me know, guys. So we're gonna put the shrimp right up on the. We're just gonna chop it up. It's hard for me not to eat these because I love these. We're just gonna kind of just chop them up a little bit.
Someone asked how your wife is doing.
She's good. She's in Vegas right now. She comes home tomorrow. She was at a women's conference for her church, so she'll be back. I think tomorrow night. We're gonna do half an onion. Who's that? Hey Alexis, how are you? Alexis, I know you're a kitchen person. I have so many knives, but check this out. So, if you guys don't know me, I love knives. I have so many. I have a Cutco knife set, which is very expensive. I have this cheap, like $20. I don't know. I keep eating it. This is like a $20 knife, which is one of my favorites. It kind of has a hand hammer. It's a Japanese style knife. This is actually made in Japan. It's actually more than $20. But this is one of my best knives. This is one of my favorite knives, which I haven't really used. I only used it once. This is a single bevel. Can you guys see that? And this is for cutting fish or cutting sashimi. It's a very beautiful knife. It's extremely sharp. I'm very scared. I'm actually very scared of it. But you can see there's a single bevel. It's only one edge. Very sharp. I'm always terrified when I take it out. But it's got a very good protective case. So I'm showing this for Alexis because I know she's in the kitchen a lot. But today I'm going to use this old, archaic, rusty, scary-looking knife. I cut myself with this knife, and it was a really bad cut. But one of my favorite knives. But I cleaned it. But this is one of my favorite knives. I like playing with it. It's nice and heavy. I'm going to chop some things with it. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and get our onion. Probably just going to do half of it. I'm not a very clean kitchen person, by the way, for those that are wondering. Just going to peel the skin off. And we're going to use probably half the onion. Yeah, it's a cleaver. Like, I'm part Chinese, so if you know any Chinese chefs, they only... this is not used for filleting. This is used just for making strictly sashimi. So if you ever seen a sushi chef, this is strictly just for cutting sashimi. Yeah, it's very heavy, but it's also very sharp, and it's got a single bevel, so the fish doesn't stick to it. They have different types of knives you can use for filleting. I guess if you're skilled enough, you could use it for filleting. But little trick for those that don't know this, you cut a little piece of the onion at the bottom, use a flat surface so it doesn't roll away, and you cut your finger in the process. It's a little bit of a safety thing. So we're going to cut the onions kind of chunky. Is that the right word? I think that's the right word. I mean, I'm really picky on my onions. So we're just going to, it's not going to be fancy, just something to have some chunks when I put it. I'm going to fry it up for a little bit. I'm going to use it in our soup. So we'll put that to the side. Okay, what am I going to do? Oh, and garlic. Yeah. mashed potato.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna do like 2 or 3 pieces of garlic. 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's enough. Thank you, Zoe, for cleaning. Anybody ever heard of Uncle Roger on YouTube? One of my favorite guys to watch on YouTube. He's known for this thing about fried rice. He has this thing about critiquing people's fried rice on YouTube. Dean House. Thank you for subscribing. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd appreciate it. Okay, what are we doing? Aromatics. I've never made this before. My sister-in-law told me how to make it, so I'm gonna kind of try to remember what she said. But we're gonna use dashi as a stock, and we're gonna use the broth or the liquid from our abalone. So.
You need that one.
So we're gonna have to open this can too and drain that. So let's go ahead and get the aromatics fried up, the shrimp fried up. Once we get it kind of brown, we're gonna put a couple of cups of water. Oh, we have this one too. We may try this dashi. This is one of my favorite dashis. We're gonna play around tonight. If you guys are okay, we're gonna play around with this. If that's cool with you guys. So, and this is easier to use, I think, for me. Is it? Oh, it's still good. So we're gonna make a dashi with all this, which basically means it's like a fish stock, or this is fish. Yeah. And I got, of course, the shrimp that we chopped up, the little pieces of the shrimp here. We're gonna fry that up. All right, let's see. You ready, Zoe? You don't have to move the camera. So I think I'm gonna do the shrimp in there first. Get the oil.
Turn it on.
Yeah, you can probably put it right here. Let's get that going real quick. I'm supposed to have a lot more shrimp, but I ate a lot. I ate it. This is freeze dried, or this is dried shrimp. And then I think it's gonna be ready in about a minute. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my garlic in there. Just kind of release the oils from the garlic. And it smells amazing. Mm-hmm. Be careful because there's a lot of salt in your shrimp, so I would refrain from salt. But I do have the Maldon salt right here, which I'm gonna use later on. I'm gonna season the taste. We're going to bring the heat up a little bit. If the onions don't separate, it's fine. We're gonna end up boiling it anyway. So be careful not to burn your garlic. If I see that I'm gonna burn a little bit, then I'm gonna. My shrimp is definitely turning brown. You can see the color difference in the shrimp and the garlic. Keep it on that, yeah. Stubborn onion right there, yeah. Mm-hmm. Bugging on like oh.
Someone said that dried shrimp had choke flavor. Will punch you in the jaw.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of flavor.
Hello from Los Angeles.
Hello, Los Angeles. Thank you for joining us.
Someone said never heard of salt flakes.
Never what?
Heard of salt flakes.
Oh, yeah. I'll explain that in just a second. So we're gonna let this go ahead and come to a boil. I'm gonna probably put 2 more cups of water. Put the heat on high. You can back it. My dogs bark. They're playing / arguing probably. I've never made this before. I've cooked with abalone a lot before, but I've never made this soup before. So we'll figure it out on the way. All right, we can come back over here. Over here. Just put that way aside. Sorry for the shaking. We're kind of newbies on HAP. So my daughter's always my camera person / comment reader. Hey Louise, good to see you. So we're gonna go ahead and slice up the kombu. For those that don't know what kombu is, this is basically kelp. So I'm gonna go ahead and give me a napkin, sorry. It's very gelatinous. It's a fancy word for slime. So we're gonna. It's kind of like. Yeah. It's almost like if you've ever cut cactus before, it's got a very similar texture. So my sister-in-law told me to make it kind of like into a you gotta tie it into a knot. But I don't think I'll be able to do that. I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's already soft. So I may just cut it into little cubes, or even smaller than that. I think I'm too lazy to make it into.
Someone gave you a super heart award.
Thank you very much for that. Whoever gave, who was that?
Brian.
Brian, thank you, brother. Move this out of the way. I'll cut more up here. So we're taking the kombu and we're slicing it. We're making a abalone soup, but we're going to put kombu in it. So see how the kelp. So I'll show you guys in a second. Let me go ahead and slice it all up. I'm not sure how much to use, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna cut it all. We may use it for another. If you're vegan, thank you for the street cred. Hey Brian, no, it's been a while since I've been live. So if you're a vegan and you want to make a vegan alternative to dashi, you can use kelp and salt and a little bit of soy sauce if you want. So see look how big this sheet is. It's really huge. Let's go ahead and wipe off this gelatinous, mucusy, whatever this is. It sounds gross, but it's life. You notice I'm not really being fancy about everything. Thank you for the Stay Safe Award. Thank you. I'm hoping Joanne and George can come over one day. I live closer to them now. So I have a feeling I may rinse this one more time. Huh? Hey, brother Joe, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. It's been a minute. Hey, real quick, if you guys haven't told me where you're watching from, tell me what city, what state, or even what country you guys are watching me from. Let's see how long I can stay live today. So we did that. What are we going to cut next? Did I cut the onion? I think we're going to cut the abalone. This is very simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste the stock in just a second, and then we're going to add our dashi. I think we're going to add the kombu pretty soon. I've never made this before, so I know the flavors very well. I love both of them. So this is the abalone. You want to go ahead and open the other can, Zoe, and drain that too? Hold on. Here, use that to drain. Springfield, Illinois, Honolulu. Brother Joe out there, his heart is in Honolulu. So we're gonna cut the abalone. I don't know how we're gonna cut it. To be honest with you, it's kind of like this is like the shrimp. I have a hard time just cutting it without eating. I gotta eat it every so often. And I love abalone. So this is already cooked.
Oh, did you want the juice?
Did you dump the juice out?
No.
That's fine. Just dump it. I have some. So my daughter dumped out the juice, which is fine. I saved some of the juice just in case you want to keep that flavor. This is so tasty. I love abalone. From Massachusetts, got a snowstorm. Man, my daughter is supposed to be out there, but she's here. Her college is out there in Wenham. Move away here for a second. When it's drained, bring it here. Normally, this abalone is about, I don't know, $11 to $13 a can. I saw it on sale for $8 today or last night, so I just went in and bought some. So I said, you know what, I'm going to make something with it. This is one of my favorite things to eat right here.
Someone said 12 inches in Chicago.
12 inches, holy smokes. Bro, it's crazy. Dogs today. Thank you for the super clap. Hey, Tim. How are you? Tim, we got a lot to talk about. A lot. As you can see, I have a different kitchen, but it's a good thing. So we moved out of Kailua. We're still pastoring. We just moved off campus. So it's very, very good for our family because I had to get a day off. And you know, when you came, like, so I work where I lived for a while now. So to be off campus is one of the most, it's good. So yeah. Anyways, let me go and cut this. We're gonna take a break in a second. We're gonna this is a lot of abalone. Do I have enough liquid? I hope I do. When it starts to boil, we have to add more liquid, I think. Or we just may eat some abalone while we're. Yeah, you guys are coming in soon, and I'm glad we got everything. It was so busy for us the month of December, and my wife, she's not home right now. She's in Vegas. She's at a women's conference, so it's kind of made things a little bit different without her here.
Someone subscribed.
Thank you for subscribing. Tato Misimang. Thank you very much. Hey, Chris in Denver. I'm eating all of our food. What else am I putting in there?
Someone said be there on the 4th.
Oh, that's right. Wow. We're going to have to meet up for sure. Tomorrow is the 1st. It's coming up quick. Here, put that in the sink. So we may transfer this to another pot, just so there's a better boil and more water and add to it. So, for those that are just jumping in, we're making abalone soup. Yeah. Oh, we have another one. There's one more. Did you know that?
No.
We have one more. Yay. This stuff is very expensive. Very expensive. That's a lot. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I keep eating it. This is like such an expensive delicacy. Look how much I got. I got a whole bunch, and I got the kombu, which is like a seaweed. That was so good. I think we may have to try to switch to another pot for you. Is this pot big enough? No, I need a bigger pot. Not that big. Half of that.
Like that?
Give us a minute. We're looking for another pot. No, it's not vegetarian at all. I guess you could say well, it's got meat. So, did you find a pot? We're looking for a bigger pot. Does it have a lid? No, it needs a bigger pot, John. Yeah, does this have a lid to it? How about that one on the bottom? Yeah, where did that come from?
I think this is the good one.
Oh, we got one. Okay, we're going to use this pot. I think this is big enough. I hope. I think it will be. Yeah, we're going to need more water. So go ahead and put in the water, hot water. Huh?
Yeah, then the camera.
The what?
The camera.
Yep. Okay. So we're going to add more water. That's kind of what I feared. And then we're going to...
Uncle Tim asked if it's salty.
I don't think it's salty yet because I didn't put any salt. The only salt would be from the shrimp. We're going to add the kombu.
Someone said it's going to be a hearty soup.
It is. So we're going to go ahead and add that in there because this will help flavor the stock.
And Dr. Evie just subscribed, I think. I think that's how you pronounce the name. And then
We're going to add probably 2.5 more cups of water. So this is a way you can make miso soup. For those of you that eat miso soup, thank you for subscribing, Dr. Evil. Or Evi. So this is a good way to make a stock for miso soup, or for those of you that have eaten Korean food before, that's how they make their Korean daikon soup. So we're going to bring this to a boil. This might be a long broadcast, so if you guys want to go take a break, come back. I'm still going to be in the kitchen, so I'm probably just going to talk. I'm going to show you guys something and give you guys some updates for those of you that haven't seen me for a while.
Uncle Brian said hopefully soon I can go back to Hawaii and we can have our sushi eating contest.
Oh, is that Brian? Hey, Brian. Yeah, dude. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Oh. Shoot, I knew I forgot something. Put the camera back on over here. This is what I wanted to do and I just forgot. So I got this green onion that typically when I use green onion, I don't use the base of the stalk. I already rinsed it. And I normally just kind of use it for, I plant it. But today, I'm going to use...
Looks like a spring onion.
Yeah, well, green onion, spring onion, I think they're kind of the same, I think. And I'm going to use this. Thank you for that, Tim. So I'm going to use this part. Just kind of chop it up a little bit and put it in our stock.
Yeah, that's for abalone.
What, sorry?
Yeah, that's for the abalone.
Yeah, please. Yeah, well, I like that aroma, whatever that is. Yeah. Okay. Here you have some. Good job. You can come back over here. The spoon. Where's our spoons?
Over.
Huh?
What kind of spoon?
I'll find it. Gotta back up. It's kind of close. So we got a kombu, the white onions, the spring onions, the garlic. We got a little bit of the shrimp in there. I'm gonna give it a quick taste right now just to see what I need to put in there in the beginning. Keep it on that way. Yeah. Definitely gonna need some dashi. So we're gonna play around with this. This dashi, I believe. Let me look at the ingredients. It's got a little bit of bonito, which is basically ahi or tuna. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I want more of those. See how quickly it dissolves?
Someone said sea asparagus.
I don't have any of that. And I'm not sure how it would boil, to be honest with you. I wish you guys would smell this, but that aroma it's instant because it dissolves so quickly. And so this is basically it's concentrated bonito or fish, and it's, as you can see, it's dehydrated into little pellets. It's basically it's kind of like bouillon, fish bouillon, basically. That abori is so tasty. Give it a quick taste. Definitely gonna need some more. That looks really gross when you shine in close like that. To me, it does. We'll add one more spoon of this. This is basically like a spoon. Gotta be careful with that because it does have a strong bonito fish flavor to it. And then we're gonna add our stock. So this is the stock or the juices from the abalone. We're gonna add this in there just to add a little bit more different flavor to it. It's already cooked. You can drink it if you wanted to. Oh, wow, that's some good flavor.
Someone named Lizzie joined Lizzie Bear.
Hey, Lizzie, how are you? We may have to get a ladle and do this skim feature thingy. I think it's coming from the kombu. We may do that. Can you guys see that at the top? Matter of fact, I think I'll do that. I think that's that quote-unquote gelatinous material that we were talking about. So it's a lot of work, I would imagine, to make kombu. So, for those of you that are in here, do me a favor. Let me know if you've ever had kombu or kelp in your soup before.
Someone said kind of looks like kale soup.
A kale? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Kale is more of a land vegetable. Kelp is something. California, they have a lot of kelp in California. I know in the Bay Area.
Lizzie Bear said, I'm good, cold over here, but it's good to see you again. It's been a long time.
It's good to see a lot of people broadcasting on HAPS. They have this contest going on, but I'm not really. I'm grateful that they're doing that, but it's not the reason why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it because, man, I want to be supportive, and it's a good platform. You know.
Uncle Tim said yes.
Huh?
Uncle Tim said yes.
Yes. Oh, he has. I have a feeling this is going to boil crazy. So I'm gonna turn the heat down.
Lizzie Bear said yes. I've had soup with kelp and other seaweeds.
Yeah. Here in Hawaii, we have a lot of Japanese influence, so that's something that they eat a lot of in a lot of their dishes. I'm definitely going to go ahead and add some salt. So we're going to add some of this salt. Somebody said they've never seen salt flakes before. So I'm going to show you guys. Some of you guys know what this is, and some of you don't. I'm going to show you the salt flakes. So if you can see the different textures of the salt? So how the salt is made is that they make it on these metal sheets, or I don't know what kind of sheets they use, and it's like a pyramid. So on the platform that they make it, it looks like pyramids, and they dry the salt water on it, and it makes these pyramid like crystals. And what it does is it kind of looks like this. This is the picture. You see that picture? That's what they look like. And the reason why that is so important is that when you eat your food, when you take the salt, and how you do it is over like steak, for example, you take it and you crush it in there, and it creates different textures and different sizes over your food. And the reason why that's important is that when you eat like your steak or your food, it's almost like, I know it's probably a crude description, but it's almost like a razor blade that cuts into your tongue with flavor. It doesn't really cut your tongue, but I use it as a description. And so it's a little trick that some companies have learned when they make. What do you want?
I'm gonna ask her if the boys can check on Lily.
Oh, is she coughing?
Mm-hmm.
Cole, check on the dog. Sounds she's coughing. Is she choking? Coughing? But yeah, so the salt has a very unique flavor. What did you say? I can't see that.
That's cool. I've seen it before, but I didn't know how it was made.
So this is from, where is this from? This is not from, I think this is in the UK.
Someone asked if the abalone is salty.
Abalone is not salty. It does have sodium in it, but it's not salty like the shrimp. And it's already cooked.
Someone asked if it's Hawaiian salt.
No, it's not Hawaiian. This is European salt. I don't know where it's from. It says on here, imported by Belgravia Imports. It's sea salt flakes. It says the UK. So there was another one another box. Yeah, it's in the UK.
Uncle Tim said they're getting their COVID test tomorrow.
Yay!
And Uncle Don asked to describe the smell.
The smell is, if you've ever been to the ocean, not a rotten ocean, but a clean ocean. Like if you've ever been to Hawaii, when you first flew in, you got that fresh breeze, and you can smell a little bit of the ocean. That's kind of what we're smelling right now.
Then someone said, "Oh wow, long time no see."
Who is that? Read the name.
Marg Chase.
Oh, Marg. Hey, Marg. I say Marge, but there's no E at the end, so I believe we say Marg.
Then someone said, "Congrats on reaching your HAPS challenge goal."
Oh, who was that? Was that Peter? Yassine. Did I hit it? Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm grateful that they did that, because honestly, I don't really. It's fun, right? Competition, but I don't need it. I'm just doing it because, you know what? They gave me a reason to carve that time out of my day, and I barely made it because I was so busy. We were moving, and so I told Peter, I said, you know what? I'll make some time. I'll carve some time out of my day. We're gonna cover this for a second.
Someone said Malden salt is the best.
I love it. Yeah. I'll show you guys the abalone. So we're gonna put this in there in just a second. Once it comes to a full boil, I'm gonna put the abalone in there. Okay.
Uncle Tim, Auntie Marg asked if you keep a puppy.
I have two. You want to go show them? So Zoe's going to show you the puppies.
Come here, puppy. Here. Hey. Hey. Here. Hey, Mahina. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Don't get them dizzy now.
Okay. Someone said they're getting big. They said they're getting big.
They are very big. So it's coming to a boil. I'm going to check the kelp real quick. I'm not sure how long to make it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to have to check it.
Uncle Tim said maybe we can drone too.
Dude, that would be awesome. I wish I had one. I don't have one right now. Just test.
Do I bring it over there?
No, you don't have to. No, it's almost done. I better put the abalone in there. But I do need to check for salt. So I am going to add a little bit of soy sauce, or we call it shoyu. But where's my fancy soy? Where's the Brian's aminos?
Might be in here. Or in that cabinet. With the agave.
Oh, here it is. Let me show you guys something. So this is a shoyu that we use a lot in Hawaii, or soy sauce. And this is Kikkoman. But if you have wheat allergies, you can use this one. This is liquid aminos, which is soybeans, but it's not fermented. Oh, I take that back. Wait, is this fermented? I forget. Anyways, this doesn't have wheat, nor does it have any gluten products. So this does, and sometimes these will have sugar and alcohol in them. So this one has neither. But like some brands have, like the Yamasa brand will have alcohol. Some of the local brands here, they'll have a little bit of
Someone's
sugar.
named Shirley Baker says I miss your drone scopes.
I do too. I watch some of the replays, and I'm like, man, I really miss that quality video that they offered. I really did.
And Auntie Mark asked, how's your dad doing?
Man, he's doing really, really good. And he's supposed to come home for Christmas, but I think he said he was going to come home for Christmas because he wasn't sure how he'd handle the cold. But he ended up falling in love with it. So, you know.
Shirley Baker says my husband uses that one all the time.
The Bragg's. It's very healthy. And it's got less sodium than most soy sauces.
And someone says Aloha soy sauce, low sodium.
Yeah, you can buy the low sodium, but like for people that have severe wheat allergies, there's alternatives. They have the Tamari brand version as well. So we're gonna let this come to a boil. Let's give it a quick taste, real quick. Like all soups and stews, this is always better the day after. But this is my first time making this type of. I haven't made kombu with abalone before, but. Definitely gonna need some more salt. But we'll let it. You notice how everything just kind of sank to the bottom after I put the abalone in? Interesting. It's got enough flavor, so we've got bonito, which is tuna. It's a tuna bouillon, basically. We also have the stock, from the abalone. So if you look in the back of the can, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably hard to read, but it does say that you got the abalone, and you also got the stock in there too. So this one doesn't say that. What the heck? The other one I had says abalone stock, but we're just gonna pretend it tastes like abalone. So
Someone named Zulu Warrior just subscribed.
thank you for subscribing, bro. I know. I think he's in Honolulu.
And Shirley Baker asked how the boys doing.
The boys are doing really well. Um, they're enjoying having their dad home more. You know, um, the hard part for me working in ministry and living on campus, I will never forget. One of my boys told me one night. He says, "I didn't see you today," and it kind of broke my heart for a little bit because it's like, to me, if my son tells me I didn't see you today and I live on campus, and that's where I do my job, my work, my ministry, something had to change, you know, and so um, yeah. So we'll go around the house. I'll show you guys. We'll give you a quick tour. We're still moving in, so everything's kind of not where it should be. One more taste. I'm always about tasting your food. Oh, that's it right there. Yeah.
So Shirley Baker said, "Oh, how touching! He missed me."
Yeah, and you know what? That really that moved me. You know, so we're gonna let this go to a boil or low. I already had it on low, so all right. Let's turn the camera around. Okay. Sorry for bouncing you guys around. So we're gonna talk for a minute. Let me fix the. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, for all of you that subscribe. Look at my head. Let's move it away from the fan. Can we sit down for a minute? Move this out of the way. So my fan's still in my frame. What the heck? Eagles wings lately. I have. The other day. We're gonna go to the dinner table. All right. Bring me the charger and the iPad. I want to show you guys something really cool. So we're gonna let that simmer for a minute. And then I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Check this out. So we have these connectors on our phones. Have you guys ever seen these? So whether you have an iPhone or Android, you plug in these little devices or little connectors. Check this out. This is going to change your life. I promise you. You get this little contraption, and it's got a magnet. But if you've got a Type C, you plug it into your phone's little port right here. Watch this out. Hey, Janae. You push it in. I promise you this is going to change your life. Watch this. If I'm driving and I need to plug in real quick, watch what I do. Isn't that crazy? Bruh, watch this. Pull it off, clip it on. Pull it off, clip it on. And it doesn't stop there. Check this out. Hey, Emily, you got an iPad? Same thing. It's crazy. Like, why don't they sell it? Why doesn't Apple, or it saves your connection? It just saves you time. And if you accidentally, it's fine. It's crazy. Why don't phone companies do that? It's because they want you to keep buying their connectors. It's a game changer. So, iPad, cell phones, it's crazy. So, let me know if it boils, okay, Zoe. So we're making some soup, and I'm gonna go back in the kitchen in just a second. So, real quick, for those of you that are watching, can you guys tell me what platform are you on? Are you on the HAPS platform? Are you on Twitter, Periscope? Are you on YouTube Live? Or I'm not sure what other platforms I went live to. But I like the fact that I can go in and landscape with my iPad. So this app or platform is called HAPS. And I believe they started out with the vision of giving you I'm so bad with this stuff, and I should know better. But um, giving you news from a perspective of not the mainstream perspective. So Mark is, are you gonna do the house? I think I am. I think I made it today. I think I'm not sure. Mark is on Periscope. Shirley's on Haps. Wayne, hey Wayne. Wayne's on Periscope. Tim is on Haps. Hi Emily. I did. I have two puppies. Yeah. So there's a little bit of drama with our mama dog, and so it was kind of sad. Thank you for subscribing, Liz Kotu. And for those of you that have subscribed and also supported us financially, thank you for that too. Oh, the magnet thingy. Sorry if there's a delay. Um, I don't know what it's called. I just know it's made in China. So, but yeah, it's a game changer. Yes, Jordan Tanke. That's what I was looking for. The guy that one of the founders of HAPS, he has a connection to Olivia Tai. I think he was one of her educators, one of her professors in college. And Olivia is a super intelligent, smart person. She has like multiple languages under her belt. I would probably go on to just order on Amazon. I bought it locally. I bought like so here you can buy. I mean, I guess I could buy some and sell it to you guys, but yeah. Anyways, so you know what? I think I'm gonna do a challenge. How about that? So hold off on buying them. I'll buy some and I'll do a challenge and I'll give it away. I'll do it as a giveaway. Is that cool? So I'll do a giveaway with these game changers. So I don't know what it's called. The brand is Flovomi. There's probably so many different brands out there. But the cool thing is, huh? Like rapid boil. Maybe put it on low. But here's the thing: you can twist it too. Like twist it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy, and it still charges. There may be some issues if you have Android. Android is kind of picky. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So maybe I'll do a giveaway. So I can buy three of them for like $18, three cables, and it comes with an iPhone connector automatically. So you see the end of it? Yeah, sure. So here's the cable. It's just a regular plug-in. It's a regular USB, Type A USB, I think it's called. Like you fit into your computer or your car charger. Your car charger. This is a longer one. This is a three. This is a 3 foot. 3 foot. How long is this? That's 6 foot. Maybe this is a 6 foot. This is a 6 foot. Just to hold this up. Let me see. I think it's a 6 foot. Put your hand up all the way and let it drop. Yeah, that's a 6 foot. What is that? So I'll do a giveaway. I can't say when just yet. We're still moving in. So yeah. So real quick before I forget, Janae, who's in here, she is a broadcaster and she's a part of that challenge for HAP. So if you guys want to support her and click on her profile and make sure you click subscribe. If you want to support her on a monthly basis, you can do that too. I think you can support broadcasters, content creators for like $1 a month, 20, or you can make your own amount. I don't ask for that, but man, I would appreciate anybody that blesses me, man. $1's a dollar, you know what I mean? If I get $1 a month, man, that's like $1 more than I had last month. So, and if we're giving you guys content, thank you. Yeah, so it comes up in my For You feed on TikTok all the time. I have not been on TikTok other than like inadvertently clicking on something by accident. So, what can I show you guys? There's a lot of things there's so much things I can show you guys that I really haven't. So where we live now, we live in Honolulu, which I can legitimately say hello from Honolulu, which is the capital or the state, our state's capital. And we're blessed to live 5 minutes from all the city. And we live in kind of like a urban area, but we do have a yard for our dogs, and it's a nice long yeah. This house is we're blessed, So I think our house is like 2,000. I think 2,000 square feet, and then we have another I don't know, 400 square feet. I'm bad with math in a garage area, so like I may do a man cave in the garage. So we'll see. And then we have a yard, and we have actually room underneath the house for storage too. So a lot of changes, good changes though. It feels weird because when I would work, because for those that don't know, my wife and I were pastors. What is that?
Nuts.
What kind of nuts?
Um,
Oh, so my wife and I are pastors of a church here in Hawaii, and I'm also what we call recovery coordinator, which basically I pastor men that are struggling with drug and alcohol addiction, and so uh, doing those two jobs and living on the same campus where I worked and did all of that was a blessing in one way because if we lived right, but there were some challenges, and one of the major challenge. Anyways, one of the challenges I can is it challenges is challenges
for what?
challenge in plural. What is that? Challenges. One of the challenges. It just sounds funny. Um, was if I'm done at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, I go home and there's drama or somebody's fighting or arguing or somebody got high. So it was a blessing and a curse at the same time. Yeah, I'm commuting to work. I'm commuting for the first time in 10 years. Can you believe that? I don't consider working in Kailua a commute, especially if I could ride my bike to work. Hey, Dr. John. So, Koa, what the heck? So, yeah. So it's like I'm trying to figure out what does it mean to commute. Like it only takes me like 15 to 20 minutes. So, can you check the boil? Make sure it's not boiling too crazy. We're gonna put some soup in a bowl in just a second. Can you um no, you can leave it for now. I want the thing to boil down a little bit. You want to taste it? Tell me what. So my daughter's going to taste the soup. Good to see you, Dr. John. How is my audio and video? I noticed on my Android phone it was kind of a challenge audio, but when I went on my iPad, there was an option uh, to go high quality audio. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Huh? Up to you. Just make a small bowl and taste it, and tell me what we need. You will have a car, okay? We do have an extra car. Well, I take that back. Now that I'm commuting, we don't have an extra car. Before, yeah. Well, thank you, Mark. Um, here's the funny thing, Tim, and everybody else. So we lived on campus. At one time, we had one, two. Wait. We had the Buick, had the Honda Pilot, Honda Pilot, Subaru. At one time, we had 4 cars. Thank you, Jen, for subscribing. You have a one. Holy smokes, that's great. Oh, well, hello. Yeah, you better have a 1 gig connection. But so I had 4 cars at one time. So I had the Honda Pilot. I had a Buick Regal, that was awesome. I loved that car. Um, and then I had my daughter's car. It was a Subaru, and then my wife's Explorer. Now that I actually have to drive to work, we only have 2 cars, which is fine. You know, it was Dr. John. No, I'm in the same position, except our church. We're not meeting on the church property. We're actually here in Honolulu now, so and we're doing some transitional changes as far as how we do church. As far as we're changing our name. The people are the same. The body's the same, and so um, we're not in a denomination anymore. So and which is fine. There's no drama behind it. It's just everything happened to where it had to for our Hope Center to grow. So it's a good thing. Um, what were we talking about? Oh, the cars, right? So now I'm going to have 2 cars. So I always wanted to have an extra car in case someone would come into town and they can have a car to drive. They don't have to get a rental. So I can't do that now. So the audio is awesome. I want so Dom has a 1 gigabyte connection. I do have the Subi, and it's older, and so that's what I use to go to work. Once in a while, I'll drive the Explorer. What does it need?
A little bit more salt.
Did you
I
put
think.
salt in it?
Not yet.
Go ahead and put some
That'll
salt in it.
take a little bit longer.
I trust you. Um, so I have 5G Verizon, Dom. So you can see the 5G. You can't see it, can you? If you can see it, but it says 5G. Yeah, dude, there's an audio upgrade. Okay, cool. So I don't know if it's on every device or if it's just that's awesome. I'm so glad they did that. That's such a game changer. But Hawaii has 5G low band, which is basically 4G LTE plus 20 megabytes on top of your average. So I would average, 40 to 80 megabytes download, sometimes 90. Now I'm averaging, like 60 to 100, 120, which is really good on a mobile devices. But I have a friend in Las Vegas. They have 2,450 megabytes of download speed and like I think it's 70 upload, which is plenty. Can you imagine that? 2,500 megabyte download speed. I don't take it. Well, just a poly highway. It's not really a highway. I guess it's technically a highway, but it's yeah. Where I lived, it was really good. So I think the way Verizon does it is based on communities and how much. That's my opinion. I think they target communities that can pay bills. So over here it's spotty. Like right now, I'll do a speed test. I'm on 5G right now. Let me do, and it's probably here is not that fast. I think if I go downtown, it'll be a lot quicker. Yeah, it's been kind of weird here. Yeah, see now it's slow. My thank you, Christy. It's unbelievably slow right now, even though it says 5G. It's like I can't even get 5 gigs or 5 megabytes. Look at that. But if I go to my bedroom, it goes to like 60 to 70. So what I'll do is I'll airplane it for a second. It's weird. I don't understand 4G. 4G is like so archaic now. Like even yeah. How is it now? Is it good? No, Lanika don't have Verizon at all. Like it's very very minimal, very minimal. See, like now we're back to LTE. Isn't that weird? Oh, it's just that we can't see it, but oh, they're 5G, fake 5G. It's not even real 5G. So there's a story behind the 5G, and so sorry if I'm boring you guys. Um, see, now I went back. Now it's my ping is 29 milliseconds. It's still slow, but if I go like to the window, it'll get better. Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, I forgot what I was going to talk about. How is it now? Okay, let's finish this up, and then tomorrow it'll be a lot better. But let's go ahead and you guys can kind of see. I will show you guys my house, but it's still we're still moving in or unpacking. We're moved in, but we're unpacked. We're still.
I think it's good.
It's good. Can you? I'm gonna cut the green onions. So this is what I like to do, just for the sake of. Where's the knife? Just for the sake of making it for aesthetic. We're gonna chop up some green onion.
Someone asked how the soup is coming along.
This is for me. Why does it look funny?
I agree to that.
Oh. You watch the comments.
Someone asked how the soup was coming along.
Did you eat the kombu?
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, not like super crunchy, but
Is it edible?
yeah. Well, it's not super soft.
So we could probably cook it a little bit longer then.
Yeah. Someone asked how the soup is coming along.
Everybody's asking.
And then someone said, pray for us who live in rural America.
Rural America.
We're still in the Stone Age. I still end up on 3G sometimes.
So we're gonna make our soup.
And someone says the center full right now.
You can show them this. Where's your spoon? You have a spoon?
I think it froze.
There you go. Then back up higher. No, higher. So, put a little bit of green onion. This is the kombu, or the kelp. And then this is the abalone. You could probably put some wombat cabbage or some Chinese cabbage in here.
Someone said Laura Lala.
Thank you, Laura. Hey, Laura. Thank you for subscribing. So this is the abalone. So let's go ahead and go to the... Oh, this bowl is hot. Sorry for shaking you guys around. We're not... this is not a professional... We're not professional camera people. So... Need some cornbread? Do I? You eat that cornbread? Yeah. Sorry. So this is the abalone. You guys can see this. The edge is that's like, isn't that T-Mobile? So that if you never had abalone, abalone is a shellfish. It does look like miso, and it's actually, you can use it as a miso stock. You could put white pepper in here. Do we have white pepper? Abalone can have a rubbery texture, but it's got good flavor. Hey! The dogs. Probably cook a little bit longer. You can put whatever you want. You can put noodles. Like, I would put the udon noodles, the fat ones. But this would be good for a rainy day. Oh, is it okay? Little trick, I always pour white pepper into a spoon first, just in case you pour too much. If you do too much white pepper, it'll change the flavor very drastically. You could put tofu, you could probably put, I don't know if I put tofu, but are the onions tender?
I think so.
I'm trying to get a piece of the onion. Oh, the onion is soft, yeah?
It's like
This is really tasty. It's a very simple soup, and it's got, you could probably do a vegan version, I'm sure, if you really wanted to. Oh, don't put too much of that, it's alright. Mr. Compton, thank you. Thank you very much for that. I'm gonna go back and watch the replay. And do we still have the abalone cam? Do not have it. I'm gonna end the broadcast. I'm gonna finish my meal. I'm probably gonna cook it just a little bit longer. Probably another 10 to 15 minutes on boil. If you missed the beginning, this is what we made the soup out of. Yeah, thank you, Don. You finished my thought for me. Thank you, Scott Takata, for subscribing. So you can put shiitake mushrooms, the kombu or the kelp, and if you wanted to replace the texture of the abalone, you could probably use a fried tofu. In Asian stores, they'll sell a fried tofu block, and you can slice it. I think he is. We're supposed to have had a meeting with the big wig guys, people, the big wig guys, the big wigs. So um, I was really hoping that we can do something. If not do something together, at least share our hearts and share our passion on how we can extend what we believe Periscope could have done. Thank you, Shirley. And I think perhaps it is different. It's not the same, and I'm glad it's not the same. There are some amazing features that Periscope had that made us kind of forgive the uh, lack of passion from the owners of Periscope over the years. And part of those features were being able to have a map feature, the connections that were made, the engagement aspect of it was really good. I'm hoping, Mr. Compton, I really am. But it may not be the airdrop that we think or we may have been comfortable with because the guys, from what I'm learning, the way the HAPS platform is, it's really good already. And the reason why airdrop did so well in a certain aspect of Periscope was because Periscope was not doing a good job in moderation and engagement on a personal level. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna end it. I will definitely be live again. I know I said I was supposed to be on, but we moved and it was quick. And so when I get a little bit more settled and things get put away, I'll show you guys around. I'll show you guys kind of what we're doing, our vision for this house that we're in, and we're just blessed. And I'm glad I went live today. So, but if you want to know what we made abalone soup with a little bit of kombu, which is what we use for the stock. Use a little bit of dashi. So I agree, Mr. Compton. I totally agree. So, all right, guys, thank you for being here. I've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. Thank you for just carving a part of your day to be here with me, and I really appreciate that. And you guys could be anywhere else. It's like what 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. on the West Coast, and it's like what morning time for you guys way on the East Coast or in the other side of the planet. So trolls, yeah. Well, we we'll overcome that. That's not a problem. What's awesome is that the founders care about the community and they care about the app. So, all right, guys, I will uh, end it for now. Thank you for your support, and thank you for those of you that have subscribed. Thank you to I want to acknowledge Tim. Tim is one of my supporters who, on a monthly basis, and it's not. I'm not trying to pop him up in an unjust way or in a fake way. I appreciate that. So for those of you that do support us, whether it's $1 a month, man, thank you for that. I mean, it's like anybody else. It's challenging times financial, so I don't ask or expect it, but I do appreciate that, and so that reminds me and encourages me to go live and give you guys some content and share my life with you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this out. All the people on different platforms, thank you. Thank you for engaging, asking questions. So I'm gonna get better at this. Hopefully, we'll get to grow a little bit more. That's my dog's barking. So, all right, guys, we will see you guys on the next one. And if not, love you guys. God bless you guys. Hui hope. Aloha and mahalo. Shoo. All right, guys. Aloha.